Leonardo AI, an AI art generation tool that has the capability of generating some amazing images like these. It is not just the image quality, but the blend of different colors and different styles of images that you can create using this tool. It is just like Midjourney but has a better interface, and it is easier to use because it has a lot of different features and different styles and different attachments and settings that you can use to create some amazing looking images. In this video, I'm going to go through everything you can do in leonardo.ai and also some of the newer and the older updates that have been launched. If you want to watch some of my previous videos on leonardo.ai, go to my playlist section where I've covered everything from basics to advanced techniques. I'll quickly go through the interface for those who are new to leonardo.ai. So once you get the access, you have the home section, the community feed, where you have all the different images created by different creators. You have the personal feed where your images will display. Then you have AI image generation, where you can type in any prompt and generate different types of images. We'll mostly be spending time in this section. Then you have the AI canvas editor, that is this section right here, AI canvas, where you can edit different images. But this is basically an AI image editor. You can go to the AI image generation tab also by clicking on any image and clicking on remix. For example, you like this image and want to create different images out of this one image. You can click on remix and this particular image will open up, and then you can select any alchemy setting like creative, dynamic, environment, general, illustration. I'll select illustration and then I can click on generate. These are all the images that were generated. As I selected illustration, these kind of look like illustration. Now let's select anime and click on generate. Now these images look like anime style. If you want to change the number of generations, you can select it from right here, 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 8. And you can also turn off prompt magic in order to use less tokens, as the free version only has I think 100 tokens per person. I'm not sure, just write it in the comment section down below. I'm going to choose this image. Let's remix this one image. Now this was created using Photoreal. You can create some amazing images. Let's try remixing and creating similar images. These are some similar looking images. Now this was generated using cinematic. Let's try generating something using vibrant. These images look pretty good. Now I want to try something using alchemy only, so I'll turn off the photoreal option and then I'll select creative instead of dynamic, and instead of dream shaper I will select Leonardo diffusion. And now let's click on generate and I'll select 3 images. These are what the images look like. Now if we also add elements in this image, let's see what kind of a result do we get. So when I chose Leonardo diffusion and went to elements, all these were incompatible. So I went back and changed it to dream shaper, and now if I click on elements, most of the elements are compatible. Now if I want to choose one element, I will choose ivory and gold. Now using ivory and gold, I can also increase the weight of this element and then click on generate. As you can see, this generates some confusing looking images. Now if we select dynamic instead of creative and turn off this one, let's see what kind of an image does it generate. Instead, actually speaking, we should select some other element. Lunar punk. Maybe this one will work well with the kind of settings and prompt. This one did a pretty decent job. Now let's select or write our own prompt. Alright, so I told ChatGPT to write a prompt for me and this is the prompt it came up with. Now let's select maybe deliberate and let's select environment and click on generate. You can also change the aspect ratio by going to this section right here. But if you do not want to change the aspect ratio, just click on generate directly. We got some amazing looking images right here, as you can see. Now let's move on to the image section. If you want to download the image, you can click this. If you want to copy the image, you can click this. If you want to remove the background of the image, you can always click on this option right here. To upscale the image, you can click these two options. This is the upscale smooth and this is the crisp upscale. Now let's select some other fine-tuned model like Dream Shaper V7 or Absolute Reality and then click on generate. Each fine-tuned model and setting has a different style, as you can see. The colors are a bit different. Let's try selecting photography instead of environment. And these images in fact look like photography. Now let's test out the photo real feature. So this is a prompt that I've written. A beautiful girl in her 20s standing on the surface of moon. She is wearing a robe, looking beautiful. Futuristic city in space, city on moon, wide view. I've selected cinematic and let's cancel the elements and click on generate. Leonardo AI's photoreal feature works good when the images are straight, but if you tell it to generate some images in a different position, it will act funny and generate some different images like eyes are not exactly, clear and the limbs are not exactly symmetrical, the body is not exactly symmetrical. So this is one thing that Leonardo AI team has to work on to generate images in different styles and angles like Midjourney. Midjourney generates images in any angle and any position that are perfect. Now let's try writing that the girl is lying down on a bed or she's sitting on a sofa. I changed the prompt, a beautiful girl in her 20s sitting on a space sofa on the surface of moon looking excited. Let's see what it does with this. Instead of cinematic, let's try selecting vibrant. These images came out to be pretty good actually. Now if you have some disorientation and unclear sections in the image, you can always download the image and take it into the canvas editor. For example, this image right here has some errors. Let's download the image and take it to the canvas editor. I opened the canvas editor. Now to bring the image, I'll click on upload image from a computer, go to downloads and select this image. Now I will place the bounding box on the image and I want to draw a mask on this part because this part is all messed up. Now I will write a prompt, clear eyes. I have written a very simple prompt, clear eyes, beautiful eyes. And now I will click on generate. I got different results. All the results were a bit messed up, but this one was a bit better, so I clicked on accept. And as you can see, it has been corrected a bit. Now similarly you can do this with the lips also. Select the lips and write beautiful lips and this will be corrected. So this was one example of how you can correct your images in the canvas editor. Now let's select an image from the community feed. I think I'm going to go with this image. Let's click on remix and instead of all these settings, let's turn on the photo real and generate the image. Now just look at these images. Aren't they amazing? What we did was we used other people's prompts to generate some amazing looking images just by changing the mode, and the images have come out completely different. Now we can change some of the keywords in the image to get something really more detailed and according to your own imagination. I've added these keywords, a full body shot. Instead of goddess, I've added god, and keywords like strong, brave, strong, god, warrior. Now let's click on generate, but before that I've also changed the mode from cinematic to vibrant. And these images also look pretty good. One thing I'm not satisfied with is that I added a full body shot. We need to add some more keywords to achieve that, I think. Now let's remove this element and add our own element. So I think we will add pirate punk, confirm, and decrease the strength a bit. Let's put it to 60. And these are all the images that were generated. I selected two right here. Aren't these images amazing? Just look at these images. Highly detailed images. But one thing common in all these images are all straight. And one thing I also noticed was, as I told you earlier, that Leonardo AI works with all the straight images. This is something that has to be worked on. Otherwise, it is a great tool to generate some amazing looking images. Now, you can also create your own images by doing this, by remixing and changing the prompt a bit and playing around with the settings. Once you are familiar with all the settings, then you can write a prompt of your own, or either tell ChatGPT to write a prompt. But most of the times you can remix images in order to get something that you desire. So this was it for the video. If you liked the video, then subscribe to the channel, and I'll be back with some more AI related content in my next video.